Sensory processing sensitivity. Understanding the trait of the highly sensitive person with Julie Bjelland, LMFT, psychotherapist, founder of Sensitive Empowerment. The basic definition: 20% of the population has this scientifically proven trait. It's a trait, not a disorder. It evolved as a survival advantage of the population. It's equal in gender, found in over 100 species. 70% are introverts and 30% are extroverts. Current self-test measures are through Elaine Aron's self-test and Julie Bjelland's sensitivity quiz. Brain differences. There's more activation in the following areas. Amygdala, that's the fight, flight, freeze response. The insula, seat of conscious awareness. And the brain mirror neurons, increased empathy and firing the same neurons as who we are observing. All HSPs have an acronym that was introduced by Elaine Aron called DOES: depth of processing, overstimulation, emotional responsiveness, and sensing the subtle. Research is showing that highly sensitive children suffer more in unsupported environments. They're more susceptible to anxiety and depression when they've had unsupported environments. And they thrive especially well, even more than non-sensitive children, in supported environments. Also less likely to experience anxiety and depression when given the right types of support. Some of the challenges of this trait: often overstimulated, higher stress levels, more overwhelm. The world is not set up for the sensitive nervous system, and we need extra downtime, rest, and recovery as a result. There are many positives, including this group of people is very kind, caring, empathetic, compassionate. We like to get things done right the first time, conscientious, think a lot about others' needs. Supercomputer brain, we have this extra detailed processing ability and thrive especially well in the right conditions. Think of the orchid story that I've shared many times before, whereas the orchid, when given the right conditions, really blooms brilliantly, just like a highly sensitive person. We have extra gifts available. In relationships, we're more easily bored. That shows up in the research because we need deeper conversations and connections. Something to think about in your relationships is to think about how to deepen those conversations and connections. We can sense the needs of our partners, and it's quite common in this population to often overcompromise, overgive as well, leading to resentment. In work, we're rated highest by supervisors, and we often overwork, take on the other people's work, often leading to higher levels of stress and burnout. In parenting, we're more creative. We have a high awareness of our children's needs, and the research also shows that we rate our homes as more chaotic. Recommended to thrive. Learn about the trait, all you can about the trait. Honor your needs and boundaries. Practice the right amount of self-care for you. Think about the orchid. It's the right amount for you, which is different than 80% of the population. Balance the overstimulated nervous system. Quiet meditational time, up to 2 hours a day, at minimum 2 hours a day, and 1 day off a week. And that's really quiet meditational time to rest the nervous system. Increase self-compassion. That's really important for this group. and connect with other HSPs. It's normalizing and validating. And checking out the research on Elaine Aron's website, as well as the many HSP resources on Julie Bielen's website. And now we're going to go into some Q&A with me.